Hello, everyone. This is Phoenix Tremaine, and today I'm going to be doing a commentary on the comments section. This is something new. If you like it, go ahead and hit that like button. And also let me know in the comments, ironically, that this is something you want to see more of. I'm going to be watching the numbers. And if these videos do good numbers, I will continue to do commentary on the comments where I can give you live replies. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see what I'm seeing. And we're going to begin with Jenna Martin, 4208. She just said, happy Saturday. And she said that in my, obviously I'm doing this video, show by show. And so Jenna, once again, thank you because you also were in the comment section for my Young, the Restless and Bold and Beautiful video. So once again, thank you for sending me all those wonderful emojis, wishing me a happy Saturday. And I also hope you had a happy Saturday as well. Now, here's a commenter that I'm very familiar with. I appreciate that she comments so much on these videos, as well as many of you who comment. And once again, it's the emoji. I mean, not the emoji, the picture that sort of stands out. So Sylvia 4899, I'm kind of into the body and soul stuff. It might make for some good humorous fun. There's very little humor on the soap. They try to make Leo funny, but he's just annoying. I must say I'm not mad about the Nutso Connie storyline. It's something different. Still don't give a hoot about Tate and Holly. Thanks, Phoenix, for the spoilers. So you're welcome, Sylvia. And I definitely, when I read your comments, we are normally on the same page. Even though I'm not looking forward to the body and soul stuff, I am interested in seeing where they go with it. I think it's definitely going to be lots of humor. And Johnny, I think he'll definitely be working on the show. And we'll have cameos from the actors who were on the original. And, I'm here for it. To me, Leo isn't funny. I honestly have never really liked the character of Leo. I sort of tolerate the Leo. He's funny rarely. I don't like Tate and Holly. And we're gonna move on to people who replied to your reply, your comment. Chelsea Linden, she says, I love Leo and I don't care if people say he's boring or not. The only ones that are boring are mostly Eric and Nicole. Still, I also like this body and soul business from Abe and Kate. I wonder if Johnny will be a part of this. And Leo's hilarious no matter what. I mean, can't you at least give him comedy credit for that rapping to Jude when he was still living with Eric and Sloan? Imagine what he could do if he was babysitting Jude and Victoria. What exactly would he do to entertain them? I liked Leo when he went to visit his mother in jail. I think that was a good dramatic scene. I even like the scenes with him and Marlena. Um, so I think I actually like the more dramatic version of Leo versus them trying to make him funny. Chelsea Linden also said, yeah, I agree with you about Connie and Lee, but what's so different about it? Um, I'm not sure. Let me go back up. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's referring to. Sylvia replied to Chelsea, the way Lee appears to her as is so casual about it. There's nothing funny about getting rid of somebody, but their scenes are coming off comedic, at least on Lee's part. Um, I'll say this. I think Lee is coming off comedic because he's not really a good actor. I will say his acting has gotten much better, but I never liked Lee's acting. And yeah, so maybe that's it. She also replies to Chelsea saying, "That's great that you like Leo. I just find him annoying. Almost all of his conversations with males includes innuendo. I'm no prude, but it gets a little annoying after a while, at least for me." So one of the things that I like, to me, like, I agree with Sylvia. Like him always coming on as Xander when Xander has let him know he's straight and he's not interesting. We get into issues of consent and him, you know, being a perv. So yeah, I agree with Sylvia that why is there such a focus on just the innuendo, which I don't find funny. Um, moving on. um, Sylvia also said Lee's funny as well as Leo. Hope he'll come back and reunite with Melinda because Lee was in the picture for the 15,000 episode that's going to happen in November. And he was like in the back of the picture. So maybe Dr. Rolf brings him back or something, but we'll see. Love how Brenda Calloway 9106 loved how Gabby exposed EJ. And Chelsea said, not me. I really thought EJ would have had the strength to tell Nicole the truth about 2 or 3 weeks before she leaves, and Eric would have found out by a letter or something from Nicole. I gotta disagree with Chelsea because the truth needed to come out. It needs to play out the way it played out. Um, that secret was dragged on for way too long, and it was time for it to come out, just like it's time to find Xander found out he's Victor's son. Brenda Calloway 9106. Chad and his obsession with Abigail are getting old. I liked him with Stephanie. I gotta disagree. I did not like Chad and Stephanie. Stephanie is annoying to me. She gets on my last nerve. So especially when she was torn, between him and Everett. So I'm glad that Chad has another chance with the new, possibly kind of sort of Abigail. Chelsea replied to Brenda saying, "No way Chad had every right to be obsessed with Abby. To tell you the truth, if I was bumped off and the person who got rid of me said I was still alive and there was still proof like the one my boyfriend would feel the same way about me, Graham and Gramps too. And I like Stephanie more with Alex. They had better chemistry." So, Chelsea, I agree with you. I did like Stephanie and Alex. So, didn't like Stephanie and Chad, but I did like Stephanie and Alex. Oh, and that's what I meant. I'm sorry. In that other comment, when I said her going back and forth between Everett and Chad, I actually meant Alex and Chad. Brenda Calloway, I love surprise stories with Connie getting rid of Lee. Now her and Bobby slash Everett is working together to break up Jada and Rafe. The reason why I didn't like this story was because if you're going to do a mystery like that, at least give the viewers a chance to be able to figure out who did it. I mean, why do a who done it if you make it impossible for the audience to figure out who done it? So that's the annoying part to me. I'm fine with Connie. I just don't like the way the story played out. Brenda Calloway 9106. Marlena is Mama Bear mold slapping the ish out of EJ. Um, I'm looking forward to, I think that happens in tomorrow's episode. So I'm looking forward to that. We have Barry Hope says, so tired of Holly and Tate getting interrupted. It's getting old. Want to see them together. I like Tate and Holly. Don't like Sophia. So you want characters supposed to be 16 and 7 to, you know, get it on? Is that what you're trying to say? And Chelsea responded, I heard Sophia's going to become a villain and all. I'm getting teenage Jan Spears vibes from her. That would be nice if they created the younger generation in the mold of the older generation. Berlin LaRosa 1242. I don't really like the Lee storyline. Also, I hope they don't get rid of Nicole or leave us wondering. I think she says that her character is not Ari Zucker, who plays Nicole, said that they don't bump her off. So the only thing she can do is disappear. And so, yeah, that's most likely what's going to happen. Plane crash, car goes off the road, do the same things that soaps always do. Soap's going to soap, that way they leave the door open for her eventual return. Chelsea Linden says, I doubt they're bumping off Nicole. And truthfully, I'm liking the who bumped off Lee. And you got to know there's certain words you can't say on YouTube. So I am changing certain words that isn't YouTube friendly. Puzzle, I just didn't think that Connie would have been the final piece of the puzzle. And, the emojis. I agree with Chelsea on that. Berlin LaRosa 1242 responds. Chelsea, well, something will happen to Cole and will leave us wondering if she's still alive. I prefer her and Eric and Jude move away because I know R.A. Zuckerman's last day is July 25th. I say it in every video. And you're right, the Lee storyline isn't too bad. I got my info from, I'm not even going to say that website's name on my page because they tell so many lies, so many, and that's why I stopped going to that particular web page because they do a lot of lying, and there's a little truth in there, but then a lot of this just made up, them guessing what's going to happen, and that's not a good website for soap news. Chelsea says, gross, Eric deserves better. When are you Eric Cole fans gonna get it through your thick skulls that they're boring as heck together and they'll never stay together permanently? And about Lee, hoping he'll come back to life and get back with Melinda. Plus, if Melinda finds out Connie is the one who in the back, I hope to see her defend him. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Eric and Nicole, they're characters. They're not real people. So they are only as boring as the writers make them. And me personally, I have not found Nicole or Eric to be boring. His time with Sloan and her time with EJ, I was enjoying it. So I don't care if they're together as a couple, but I do love both characters separately. And when they're together, they can be a little boring because Nicole can't be a bad girl with Eric. She always has to sort of stifle herself. With EJ, she can let the bad girl out. So I prefer Nicole with EJ. But like I said, it's writing that makes them boring, not the fact that they're characters. Chelsea Linden, Berlin Rosa. After all she said it herself, there was a spark, and I believe her. Berlin Rosa 1242. At Chelsea, yes, I am hoping Lee is still alive. As for Eric and Nicole, I just like happy endings. I agree. I do prefer happy endings, but stepping outside of the things that are going on the show, truth is, I would much rather have her be missing and they leave the door open for her to come back once this lawsuit is dealt with, versus them just going away. Even though I said in previous videos, them going away, if that happened, I would want Eric to come back as a new character, because I wouldn't want him to lose his job because they let her go. See, let's go to Berlin says, I miss Lee and I love to burst your bubble, but you're not getting a happy ending but boring, dumb, or see, this is one of the things that where I may actually skip some of the responses because I don't like when the responses get, too negative. Sometimes I delete the negative um, responses, especially if they're pointed towards actors personally. I might even block the person. So I'm not saying you can't have a negative response on my channel. I'm just saying sometimes I don't want my comment section to become a cesspool of just people arguing or someone bashing someone else because they like a character or a storyline or a couple. um, I don't like that. We're a soap fam. We want to have fun. We want to have a good time. If you don't like somebody's characters or whatever, say it in your comment, but you don't have to actually go to the person and tell them they're dumb for liking somebody. So I haven't read the comments in advance, but I'm just telling you now, I do not want my comment section to be full of a cesspool full of negativity, you know, unless it's like deserved. Like, there's very few situations where a soap has done something truly wrong where the only response can be negative. But, it's too much. So we're going to go to the next section, which is the comments from our weekend review. We got Zagata X1. I hope EJ makes Gabby pay. New Gabby is very smug. I miss the old Gabby. I also miss the other Gabby. I'm giving New Gabby a chance. I just hate that she's so laid back. I miss Camilla's energy, as I said in the video. Berlin Rosa, I completely agree with all that in reference to Zagata X1's comment. Berlin also says, I like the new Gabby. Nice positive comment. I don't like Gabby. You like Gabby. I'm not going to, fault you for that. I'm glad you like the new Gabby because, positivity on our soaps is a good thing. Maybe I'll get there too. Darlene 528. The new Gabby looks like Morticia on the Addams Family. She doesn't favor the original Gabby at all. She favors her a little bit, but not enough to really match Camilla or her energy. Betty Belton 395. Teresa Mond is probably thinking that she can alter the prenup the way she did the will. So crooks always seem so much more clever than other people. Well, Teresa probably thinks she can alter the prenup. That can't happen because there's too many witnesses. Even at her signing it, there's no way to really change that. Betty Belton 395 also said the baby's reaction was the best part of the scene. Blanket Jude now has a personality. Heart emoji. I agree with you. That was a cute moment. To me, that's why I have this picture up because that was like to me the best moment of the week. Betty Belton 395 also says the old Gabby would have found a way to use information to her advantage, not just revenge. Did she get religion in jail or something? Sylvia 4899. Thank you for commenting again, Sylvia. Tyler Christopher originated the role of Stefan and played him totally different than the way Brandon Barish plays him. I didn't think that I would like him in the role, but over time, I came to love him as Stefan. Sherry Jimenez as Gabby will certainly be different than Camilla. We need to give her time. I am liking her so far. Leo may be evolving, but I'd rather see much more Kristen than him. That's just me because I know many fans enjoy his character. As for Dr. Green, he's definitely closeted. I knew it from the get-go. She also says, I wish Holly would go live with Maggie. It would make more sense since she is her grandmother. It would seem weird if Nicole would let her stay with her soon-to-be ex-husband. Now, if Nicole is they're assuming she's passed away and there's no body found or whatever. Nicole don't have a say in the matter. But also, Sylvia reminds us that Rafe was paralyzed before. That's how he met Jordan Ridgway. She was his therapist. Sad to see Bill Hayes' last scenes. I read that he was already blind by then. He will be missed. Thanks, Phoenix. Keep him coming. You're welcome, Sylvia. And it makes me even feel sadder that, he was blind by that point, before my mother passed away. She was legally blind and in a wheelchair. So, it's something that's heartbreaking to see. T Flu vs Soaps, T Flu versus Soaps. I remember when Greg Vaughn was recast as Lucky. At first, they tried to have him look the same as Jacob Young, and people didn't like it. Eventually, they let him bring his own interpretation to the character. Hope the same happens with Gabby. I will miss Bill on days. I agree. Like I said, I don't like the new Gabby, but I will give it time. And that, just like Sylvia was saying, I did not like Brandon Barish as Stefan. It took probably a year before I liked him as Stefan. I always wanted Tyler Christopher to come back and take the role back. But I'm fine with Stefan now. And Brandon has made the character his own. So, c'est la vie. AA Junior 72 says Tate actor is much too old for a role. The first Tate was perfect for the role, the right age, and they look more like a couple. Should. I agree. Jenna Martin 4208 may Bill rest in peace, and I'm going to miss Bill on Days of Our Lives 100%. And sad emojis. I agree. It's going to be, we're going to miss him, but I think we're going to feel it the most when it's time for his memorial in November. Christy 708. Hi, Christy. Formerly Applechick. I don't like this new Gabby, and I agree with you. For now. Jenna Martin 4208. I do not like the new Tate on Days of Our Lives 100%. Once again, I agree. Jenna Martin also says, I miss the old Tate on Days of Our Lives. And then Christy 708 says, I love the new Tate. Jenna Martin 4208, I do not like the new Gabby on Days 100%. Jenna Martin says also, I miss the old Gabby on Days, crying emojis. And finally, Jenna Martin 428 says, Happy Sunday. And I would like to say happy Sunday back to you, even though it's Monday. But I get it. I get it. Thank you for the kind emojis. Deborah Velasquez. And she's a member. So Debbie, she's usually on our members' lives. And she's been a member for a year and 9 months. So thank you, Deborah, for being a member. And I'll see you on Fridays live. And she says, I agreed, Everett. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Let me know if you like me reading the comments and giving you live replies. And if the numbers are high, which shows me that you guys like it, especially with the likes and the views, I will continue to do it. And I will see you in the next video.